new Doom game has officially leaked in court documents called Doom Year Zero, and I feel like nobody's talking about this. There's actually a lot that we know about this game, and there's a lot to speculate as well, so let's get into it. So official documents from Microsoft uploaded in the Activision Blizzard court case with the FTC revealed that Doom Year Zero was originally supposed to release this year, 2023. Considering we are now in October of 2023 as of the recording of this video, it is obviously not likely to happen. This game has not even been announced, but it has been leaked officially by Microsoft, who accidentally uploaded these documents to the FTC, and the FTC put them online. Now, this game was also planned to have 2 DLCs, just like the Ancient Gods and the Ancient Gods Part 2, or Doom Eternal, and it was planned to make $450 million in revenue, which pretty much tells us this is not like a retro Doom game that's going to be sold for $10, $20 or something like that. It's not a WAD, anything like that. This is the next big AAA Doom game, and that poses another big question. What is Doom Year Zero, and is idware Software indeed the developer of this? Is somebody else making it? Let's get into it. So it's been a few years now. Doom Eternal released in 2020. The Ancient Gods Part 2, the final DLC for Doom Eternal, came out in 2021. So it's been a while. It's now 2023, and we still don't know officially what id Software's next project is. There's been a lot of rumors about them rebooting Quake. Are they making the next Doom game? Well, now it very much seems, since this is an official leak from Microsoft themselves, that they have even acknowledged that this happened. It seems that Doom Year Zero is id Software's next project. That this doesn't necessarily mean, I guess, that it could be developed by somebody else, and id could be doing Quake. Maybe somebody else is doing Quake and id is doing Doom. Who knows what's going on, right? But QuakeCon has passed. We got no official announcement. We did get the Quake 2 remaster, and there's some interesting things happening there with Quake, as both Quake remasters got new expansions with new lore that connects some of the games. So it seems to be lining up a Quake reboot at some point, but there was nothing mentioned of Quake or Wolfenstein in this leak, which contained a lot of information about both Xbox, including hardware information, and Bethesda, and obviously Doom Year Zero. Now this begs the question, what is Year Zero? Most people immediately think prequel. That could be the case. This could be a throwback to maybe the time when Doomslayer was on Argent D'Nur, becoming the Doomslayer with the Night Sentinels. That stuff was all touched upon in Doom Eternal and that lore. Or it could be something that picks up after the end of Doom Eternal, or the Ancient Gods Part 2 more specifically. The Dark Lord was defeated, Doomslayer was put in his sarcophagus. Maybe this is the start of a new arc, Year Zero of a new arc. Will that be against, the forces of heaven, so to speak, and the Father character? I personally, I find it hard to believe that we'll see a Doom game without the demons. I know a lot of people are saying, well, the Dark Lord's defeated, and the demons are more locked in hell. All those years of Doom characters, and could you imagine a Doom game without Pinky or the Cacodemon or any of these iconic demons? I don't think they would just throw those designs away. That doesn't mean the demons are necessarily the main threat, but I don't think we'll see something that focuses only on heaven or only the Father. I could be wrong. It could be a prequel. It could be sequel. We really don't know. Year Zero might not even be the official name. That could have been a code name that was leaked in the document. Time will tell. Obviously, plans change. Obviously, this plan changed because this game was already supposed to be out or coming out very soon in 2023. Interestingly enough, the director, Hugo Martin, has said his next game, he really wanted to work on something with like Lovecraftian themes or eldritch creatures, monsters. Could they go in more that direction with the next Doom game? That's just a little bit of a speculation. Maybe that's just a hope and a dream of Hugo. That's why many people thought that Quake was going to be id's next game, because Quake has even more eldritch style like maps and factions and enemies and so on and so forth, but who knows? So even though there's no official details, there's actually quite a bit that we can figure out or even know about whatever the next Doom game may be, if it is indeed Year Zero or if they change the name or whatever. So one thing that is very likely is that composer Mick Gordon, who composed both Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, will most likely not be back. He had a very public feud with Bethesda and id Software and swore to never work with them again. Very, very, very unfortunate considering the guy is an absolute legend and he did amazing with Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, the Wolfenstein games. Everything he touches is amazing, to be honest. But it's not all bad because Andrew Hulshult and David Levi did the soundtracks for Doom the Ancient Gods and the Ancient Gods Part 2, and both were great, and they've both done a lot of great work. Very prolific composers, and I think it's safe to say they'll probably be back for whatever the next Doom game is. Just no Mick. id Tech 8 was also leaked. If you didn't know this, id Tech is id Software's in-house engine that they work on. id Tech 7 was what Doom Eternal was built on, but there was a leak of id Tech 8 on LinkedIn, actually. A developer at id Software has been there since 2019, put on his resume that he worked on id Tech 8, and Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, interestingly even referenced the id engine as being part of Xbox Game Studios' future. The more developers within the Xbox Game Studios could use id Tech. I love the look of Doom Eternal personally. It looks great, it performs great, love the style, love the feel of it. Would love to see it in more games, but it seems it's getting an upgrade and we're getting the next version or whatever, and maybe that's part of why this next Doom game isn't out as originally planned. Maybe they decided to start fresh with a new engine. Who knows what happened there, but it seems we're getting a new version of id Tech with Doom Year Zero, if this LinkedIn leak and developer are to be believed. So here's an id Tech 8 theory for you. When I played Doom Eternal, which is one of my favorite FPSs of all time, one of my favorite games, I thought, how can they possibly top this formula, right? What can they do? They've basically given Doomslayer every ability. It feels so good. The movement feels so good. The weapons feel so good. Adding just one more ability or one more weapon isn't going to, be a truly iterative Doom sequel at the rate that id Software has been going, at the quality that they've been known. What if id Tech 8 in the next Doom game brought something like destructible environments? Maybe you can actually use the Doomslayer's strength and that weaponry, right, to bring down the actual levels around you, as well as that would be something truly Doom, something badass to really empower the player and the Doomslayer feeling even more. That is, if we even play as the Doomslayer. At the end of Ancient Gods Part 2, Doomslayer was put in his sarcophagus again, and it seemed like maybe he was drained of some of his powers. Maybe we'll be starting fresh. I don't think that's gonna feel great from a player perspective, though, to lose all that power and have a more boots on the ground style experience. Maybe that's just me, but that's just a theory out there, and I think that actually originated long ago with somebody like Midnight, a prominent Doom YouTuber. But when I heard the id Tech 8 thing, that kind of popped back in my brain that maybe id Tech 8 was being brought about to truly bring Doom forward in a new way. So that brings us to, when will we actually see Doom Year Zero, or whatever the final name may be if it's not Doom Year Zero? Here's my prediction. It was originally supposed to be out in 2023, and last year Xbox really caught a lot of flack for sitting out the Game Awards. They did not announce anything at the Game Awards. They were basically, other than Game Pass ads, not present. And how else could you make a big badass splash on stage at what has become the biggest gaming event of the year, the Game Awards? I think a new Doom game would certainly go over very well on that big stage with Jeff Keighley up there. They didn't announce it at QuakeCon. If they're gonna announce it anytime soon, the Game Awards would obviously be the stage to do it. An Xbox E3 conference would be the next place, or what has become E3, right? That E3 season that's usually in June. That would be June 2024. If this game is going to release, maybe fall 2024, but maybe going to be one of Xbox's big games, the holiday season in 2024. That's speculative on my part. I think you'd want to announce it at the Game Awards this year rather than just a few months before its release. But who knows? The Game Awards for sure have become the biggest show in gaming, and Doom certainly deserves to be on that stage, and I would love to see it announced there. Would love it. So let me know what you think of this, guys. I certainly want another Doom game. I'm not gonna lie, I do want another Quake. So I do hope whatever is going on with Quake, I hope there is a reboot or a sequel or whatever in the works, especially on the multiplayer front. And if they're actually doing a campaign, like a traditional Quake campaign, as they've been remastering these old Quakes, imagine seeing Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails back. Because as you guys know, some people may know at least, he did the soundtrack for the original Quake, and he does a lot less Nine Inch Nails work these days and does scores, a lot of movies. But how great would it be to see Trent Reznor come back and score a modern Quake game? Imagine that. Just, I would love to see the Doom composers do it as well. Having Trent back on Quake would be really awesome. Let me know, guys, are you excited that there's a new game that might be a new Doom game that might be on the horizon? Would you rather see Doom? Would you rather see Quake? Do you think both are happening? Let me know down in the comments. But because this leaked with a lot of other stuff, a lot of other Bethesda and Xbox news, I feel like the Doom Year Zero news kind of got shoved aside. But to me, it's actually one of the most exciting things in the leak. So we'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you go subscribe to Midnight Mare, my Dead Drop and Midnight Society focused channel. We are almost at 500 subs over there, and that's a huge part of my content going forward. As a matter of fact, Dead Drop basically is my content going forward, and I've been making a live action Dead Drop series over there. We just finished up our first season, and you guys should totally go check it out. So we'll see you in the next video. Mayor Reynolds out. Sub here to both channels.